premiere episode of Let's Draw on Something. I repeat, this is the premiere of Let's Draw on Something, episode 1. This is Craig Jericho on YouTube, aka Craig Smith II. Born and raised in the 773, then relocated to the 901, and I'm now residing in the 256. My first guest was supposed to be Jimmy McWright, but I don't know what the fuck is going on because I told him that he was going to be the first guest and that he had to be ready. So I don't know what's going on his end, but I guess I'm just going to have to, because I don't know if he had to work today or what. So I guess I'm just going to have to wing it on my own on this episode because he and I, we're going to be talking about the football playoffs, the championship game, also the Arizona's basketball coach Sean Miller with some stuff that he said, man, and I'm gonna voice my opinion on that, and I'm gonna call out all his players. I'm not saying names, I don't even know his names or anything. And also, big shout out to my new Twitter follower, Jacquez Green. In case y'all know who Jacquez Green is, he used to play back in the day for the Florida Gators. And he had several cups of coffee in the NFL. And now he's an offensive coordinator at a Florida high school, I think Gazi High School. He's an offensive coordinator there. And we were going to talk about a point that he made about the, he made a comment about the dual quarterbacks. And he made a very good point about about being pegged with that label. All quarterbacks, whether you white or black, especially people of my color that plays football and does that. You can enter your chat messages here and stuff like that. So started. If Jimmy decided to come on, but I don't know what's going on with him. I might have to hit him up. If I'm looking down, I'm texting because I told him I was gonna get started. But let me say what's been going on with me. I had a wonderful time with my mom. I had a wonderful time with my mom's on her birthday yesterday. Her 60-something birthday. 60-something birthday was yesterday, and I had a wonderful time with her yesterday on her birthday because I didn't want her to be alone on her birthday because I made a promise I couldn't make it up there for Christmas. So I spent time with her on that. And went out to the restaurants and went out to a restaurant and stuff like that, and ran into a couple of compadres of mine. Big shout out to the lovely my old Hamilton mate, the lovely Beverly Finley, and ooh man, I tell you, she has not fine wine. There's the old saying about fine wine gets better with age. Fine wine ever 40 and still is, and that's the open compliment. So big shout out to her. Greg Parker, that damn Greg Parker, ran at him yesterday, man. Met him and his new wife to be and stuff like that. I'm glad to see him because he had to cut and run. He had to cut and run and stuff. So big shout out to Greg Parker. There's also those thoughts on my mind. I haven't committed a sin, confess a sin. I checked out an NFL playoff game. I was kind of pulling for the Chiefs because that's my pops team. God rest his soul. That's my pops team. I was pulling for the Chiefs, but come on. I mean, Chiefs need to come off with all the damn shitload of excuses. Just because Travis Kelce went out and helmet him and hit, and all of a sudden y'all motherfuckers forget how to play offense. So Kansas City went down 22-21 after they were up 21-3. So they lost to the Titans. So that marks 6 straight playoff losses that Kansas City has. You want to know when the last time they won a playoff game? 24 years ago with Joe Montana on the center. Give me a second, y'all. Let me hit up Jimmy McWright. Okay. Yeah, but other than that, I had a good weekend. I came home. I came home about a couple hours ago. And we got and as always, you have issues when you return back to home. So it's back to work for me tomorrow at 4 o'clock. I'll be there for 4 o'clock and stuff like that. Uh, what I was about to say. Also, well, ain't nothing else. Like I said, I had fun on Saturday. I mean, I had to get away from I had to get away from Huntsville for a while. I'm looking down. Jimmy hit me up. So uh, well, right now, y'all, he forgot. So I'm trying to send the link. I'm getting ready to send the link to him in a few. So people, give me a second. Uh, hey, bro, I was asking how to send the link through email or through your Google Plus. Send an invite as under my email address. So do I have to send it on your Google Plus name or what? But I was trying to send it on your Google Hangouts. So give me either or all your Google names. But anywho, gonna hopefully you can get Jimmy to come on in, join on in here and stuff like that. I'm currently right now deleting out some notifications I got from YouTube. A little bit about myself while I wait on Jimmy. Like I said, I was born and raised in the 773. That's the Chicago area code. So I was born and raised there. I moved to Memphis in 1990. Stayed in Memphis. That's gonna be an episode itself. That's gonna be an episode. That's gonna be an episode by itself. Uh, uh, as I detail my stay in Memphis, how the stuff that I've endured, and I later moved to South Haven, Mississippi for a while. That was fun. Place. That was fun. And other than that, I stayed there, and then I moved here to Huntsville. Long story, because I'm not here to share. I can't get too personal with a lot of things and stuff that goes on in my life. I'm the only child. My mom, she's you say she's semi-retired, but she's disabled. She deals with retinitis pigmentosa.
What up, everybody? This is Chris.
Look who finally decided to join our ass.
What up, everybody? This is your Crispy. This your boy Crispy.
Hey, I think this dude here don't need no introduction. He represents the 832. He been keeping everybody up the breast about this Tariq and Umar beef. Opinions on boxing and all this other stuff, even though I'm not a boxing fan and stuff like that. I'm representing out from the 832.
Y'all already know.
From the 832, y'all know how they do, and some of y'all really don't have no damn clue.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Jimmy JSmoove. What's going on, Jimmy Mac?
Oh man, I'm just chill mode, man. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that, man. We got a couple things to talk about, man. I was waiting for you to go ahead and get live and caught up and everything, stuff like that.
Yeah.
We got talked about. We would talk about with the playoffs and stuff right now. But I sent you the link, you and big shout out to my boy Corey Wolf, by the way.
Yeah,
in the sports talk group on Facebook, man. I sent you guys a link about what's been going on with with Sean Miller. I mean, he's saying that he done lost his team, man. And when you looking at Arizona, these dudes are the preseason #1, and he got a damn good class. But okay, when you start the year, you 3-3, you go on a 9-game winning streak, and then you lose to a pretty good Colorado team who a couple days before beat Arizona State, who's ranked number 4 in the nation. They beat Arizona State.
Yeah.
But when Sean Miller online, that he said that he can't reach his team. Okay, he can't reach his team and whatnot. That kind of bugs me, man, and it kind of make you think.
I got it.
What's really going on?
No. I was trying to.
I was asking, kind of make you think about what's really going on. What's really going on with Sean in the camp in Arizona basketball, man. I mean, when Sean Miller said that he has lost his players, I mean, what they don't want to do anything. What you think they hot dog him? They all about themselves? Because I look at it like this here, man. Sean Miller ain't getting paid millions of dollars to be sitting and bull jiving and jumping and jiving and wants y'all and got his players to be grandstanding and hot dog. Dude came from Purdue, okay, and he's a damn good a damn good coach. So what?
Give me a hot second. Give me a hot second, and just keep talking and explaining what you're explaining. Just give me a hot second. Hold on for a second.
All right. Well, damn. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I got these $2 coming up here. Well, get hit. But anyway, Sean Miller is getting paid all these millions of dollars. These millions of dollars to coach this team. And they don't want this dude, and it seems like the players don't want this man to do his job, either the coach or something. I don't know. But anyway, Jimmy had to make a run again. But,
okay, I'm back.
All right, but like I was saying, man, I mean, Sean Miller getting paid all these millions, like I was get you caught up to speed. Sean Miller getting paid these millions to coach these kids, okay?
Most definitely.
And when he said what he said, he was frustrated. He can't say what he wanted to say, but he had to improvise to keep his ass from getting fired. Now, I commend him on that. Now, this is what I think, and I'm calling all these Arizona players out. When y'all get into the fucking real world, okay? Whether it's in the corporate world or a warehouse or whatever, y'all think of Sean. I think Sean Miller. Think of Sean Miller as your boss at a job.
Right.
If he wants y'all to do something, you do it like he asked you. You don't go out there and grandstand and hot dog. I don't go out there at my place of employment, grandstand and hot dog and shit when my boss tell me to do something. I don't do nothing like that. But
exactly.
Here that are there to play ball. Miller don't have all these assistants that's getting paid between what I think, probably around about, I was just gonna say top dollar, around in the $100,000 range. They don't get paid all that money to let all them players sit there, grandstand and hot dog and all this other shit. Basketball players, yes, and Arizona basketball players, and yes, this is public. And I want y'all to see it. I want this to get back to anybody on that Arizona basketball team. I want it to. Which tell you to do something, to run a play, how it's supposed to be done, you do it.
Thank you.
This ain't, let me tell y'all something. Some of y'all cats come from California and all this other little shit, wherever y'all come from. This ain't the playground.
Exactly.
You play for a school where it only won one national title that has a pedigree. Arizona really is a really good school. Sean Miller really is a good coach.
Exactly.
When your coach, when Sean Miller, Coach Miller, and the rest of them other coaches tell y'all asses to do something, you shut up and do it. Sean Miller, being a man that he is, and what he was saying, he was being nice. Go back and read the clip, y'all. In fact, if anybody's listening on this live video, YouTube Sean Miller's comment, Sean Miller losing players. When you listen to what he had to say and you look at them clips, Jimmy looked at it. Sean is frustrated. Now, it's a difference when you start off the season 4-12. 12-4, you deep in every aspect, every way, and there's no reason for y'all to be playing this way. Being 12-4. Right now, y'all ass really need to be in Michigan State spot, being the #1 team in the nation right now, because the Puke Devils lost, and my boys, North Carolina, lost to the best defense and no offensive having ass team in the ACC, Virginia. More on them later on my time. But you guys, Arizona,
you can do it right now, brother. If you want, and I'm not stopping you from grinding on your platform. So if you got something you want to say,
well, fuck Carolina right now. Joe Barry ain't doing the fuck he's supposed to do. He ain't no leader to me. They good right now. They're not that good. Joe, there's no leadership, no sense of. I'm gonna get on Carolina. I'm getting on Arizona back in a minute. Back on Arizona in a minute. My boys ain't out there playing the ball like the fuck they supposed to do. Joe Barry is not out there leading. He ain't doing what he's not doing. He's supposed to do. Then they got another senior who's supposed to have some leadership. He ain't doing what he's supposed to do. And I'm starting to think that, and I hate to say it, Jimmy, that the game has passed Roy Williams by. I'm starting to think that. Has Roy lost his edge? Something going on.
But here's the thing. Roy Williams always have a bad year after he win a championship or make it to the championship game. So let's keep this 1,010. Had an experienced crew at North Carolina. They made it to the national championship game as juniors, and then he had a team full of juniors and seniors. Roy Williams operate better with players who are experienced. He's not a one-and-done type coach like a Coach K. Coach K can work with a one-and-done team and take them to the championship game or win a championship with that one-and-done team. Whereas Roy Williams, he needs a full 3 to 4 years to gel those kids into his system. And I'm glad he did not adopt that fucking four-corner system like his mentor, what's that motherfucker name? The late what's his damn name? Damn, I can't
talk about, dog.
I'm glad he did not adopt that system. Dean Smith, excuse me.
Dean Smith.
Dean Smith, and the thing with Dean Smith could have won more championships at North Carolina if he had got out of his old ways. You know what I'm saying? Because this dude had Vince Carter, Antoine Jameson, Okalaja, Ed Cota. This dude should have been killing with that squad. The thing was, he wanted to play that slow ass four-corner system. Go ahead.
He also had Stackhouse, Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah.
He had some good teams, man. And really, I'm gonna tell you something. I argue with my boy. Big shout out to my boy Trey Murphy, because he had to come to grips to agree with me about this. Roy Williams' best championship team was that 2009 team, bruh. They were everywhere, blowing everybody out.
Oh yeah,
that 08-09 team, they was showing no mercy, dog. They were whooping ass. Duke even felt their wrath. Well, they weren't playing, dog.
I agree.
But I don't know what's going on with the boys Carolina up there. Hopefully they can get their shit together. I don't know. South Carolina, no, they lost a lot because they said everybody in the Final Four struggled. They said definitely Gonzaga is struggling because they're my identity. But
here's the thing.
By the way, Arizona, y'all, I'm not through with y'all. Okay. As I said before, Arizona players, Sean Miller is your boss on the basketball court. Just think if Sean Miller is your boss at a job. Okay, if he asks you to do something, don't do it. As a matter of fact, if he asks you, don't do it if it don't make sense to you. If it don't make much money, if it don't make sense to you, don't fucking do it. But on that basketball court, it's a different thing. Whatever he tell you to do, whatever he tell you how to run the play, you don't go off the side and say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this my way. This is how I play. I care about me. Y'all like how I play. Y'all ain't got to worry about me." Okay, but that's how it is. So to your Arizona players, you ain't back on the streets no more playing all that street ball when you ain't got to listen to nobody.
Exactly.
California, wherever, I'm not knocking none of the California players, nothing like that, because I know they got some good ones there. Okay, this ain't where y'all come from out in California and all this like that on the playgrounds or in the high school where you basically probably got by to help the coach or whatever. You at a school where you getting ready to prepare yourself to advance to the next level. That's Sean Miller's job.
Right.
And he wouldn't have said what he said if he didn't give a fuck about y'all, because he really does. He does. But when he's saying that my players can't play for me, they don't want they act like they want to play for me, giving y'all a wake-up call. Either he giving y'all a wake-up call, or let alone he expressing his frustration with y'all and he being nice by saying what he want to say. Because I can imagine what he said behind that locker room closed doors. I already know what he said in it. But if Arizona come out whooping ass after this loss to Colorado, which if tournament time started now, Colorado will have a good case of getting to the tournament because they beat 2 top 10 teams. They beat Arizona State and then turn around and beat Arizona. So
yeah.
You guys need to get y'all shit together. You guys need to get y'all shit together. Hey, Arizona need to get y'all fucking shit together, man, because that don't make no sense what y'all doing. Come on, Arizona, get y'all shit together. Turn ESPN the fuck off, because that's who fucking y'all minds up.
I agree.
Don't take my word. Don't take my word for it. Ask Jalen Hurts. Go ahead, Jim.
And Sean Miller wasn't a bad basketball player in his own right.
No.
He played with Charles Smith and Jerome Lane at Pittsburgh, and his ball handling skills was like, man, that white boy had some motherfucking ball handling skills at Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? They had some damn good teams out there at Pittsburgh when he was playing as a player and shit like that. So he's definitely an ideal coach to listen to because
he's still a shot too. Because from what I hear, he gets out in the court and practice with his players. He did a crossover on one of his players so hard, the players just had to sit there, dog. Like, what just happened?
Yeah, I mean, he had a badass team. He was all Big East all 4 years of his tenure at Pittsburgh and shit like that. The boy had some of the greatest ball handling skills, and a lot of people don't know this. He was in the movie The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh as a little boy that was dribbling. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the boy was a badass dude at Pittsburgh, man. You know, it was just unfortunate for him. He came in when Charles Smith and Jerome Lane was leaving out of Pittsburgh, and those would have been some. They would have made the Final Four at least one time with that squad had those guys wasn't leaving out because they had a damn good team over at Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because I feel bad, but you really don't, man. I'm telling you something. I kind of feel bad for Sean Miller right now, man. You know, and if anybody, oh, that's me. My bad, y'all. I was testing my comments thing here. Don't ignore that. And I just hope, I just hope Sean Miller can his players can get the message. And because he really, I mean, I can understand if you 4-12, but when you 12-4 and your coach bitching about that players, something's going on. It's not the coach, it's the players. Players just want to do what they want to do. So bottom line, no, Arizona, get your ass out, get your head out your asses play for your coach, man.
Yeah, because he's the ideal coach to play for. He was a good player, and you know he was a good player, a damn great player as a Big East player at Pittsburgh, man. So he's the ideal coach you want to play for, because some dudes were bench riders and they become head coaches, and sometimes they become damn good head coaches. But he's a guy that was good, that could have easily made the NBA because, you know, the 1992 draft class was so fucking loaded. I think he came in at the wrong fucking time. He graduated from school at the wrong fucking time, because that 1992 draft class was so fucking loaded. It was fucking ridiculous. And it was just unfortunate for him, but he was a damn good player. You know what I'm saying? So had he not came in at that 1992 draft class, he probably would have been at least in the NBA for at least 7 to 10 years. But with Sean Miller, he's the ideal guy to play for. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you don't necessarily got to go to the NBA to be the ideal coach to play for. Just be a good college player. And that's one of the reasons why East High School, even though they've been on a 3-game losing streak, which is expected, they played the toughest high school schedule in the country. That's the reason why, for most of the season, those kids play for him, because they know he played for the game. They want to impress Penny Hardaway, you know what I'm saying, who's an NBA All-Star, Olympic gold medalist. And you don't go to the Olympics, represent the United States, you know what I'm saying, outside of the 2004 Olympic Games, you don't go to the Olympics being a slow basketball player. So for Penny Hardaway to go back to Memphis, which he still got millions of dollars, let's not get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? He dedicated his time to those kids out in Binghamton. It was like, you know, hey, I'm gonna dedicate myself to these kids, and those kids are playing they ass off for them. Yes, they got a 3-game losing streak, but hey, they're gonna overcome that. Basically, believe they're gonna be in the championship game this year. It would shock me if East High School out in Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee, that is, or I should say for the people that are not from the Tennessee area, the Memphis East High School Mustangs not be in the championship game. You know what I'm saying? So with Sean Miller, just play for the kid. If you're listening and you're an Arizona kid, play for the dude. He knows what the fuck he's talking about. He knows what the fuck he's talking about. He was a damn good player. You know what I'm saying? So play for this motherfucker, man. Just play for him. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And if you don't want to play for him, transfer to another motherfucking school. Give that position to somebody. Give that position to somebody else who gonna appreciate that fucking position. Because my thing is this: if you're complaining about a head coach in college, motherfucker, you got the options to transfer, and the transfer rules are so lenient on these kids. Now these kids can immediately play. You know what I'm saying? You can give them a bullshit excuse, and sometimes the NCAA will be like, "Well, you know what? We're gonna let you play this year. You're eligible this year." Back in the day, you had to sit out a whole fucking year. But if you give them a good enough excuse, which what the fuck it is, because a lot of Memphis kids, they end up going to schools and they don't pan out the way that most Memphis players would do, or good Memphis players will do when they go to some of these schools. They end up giving it, well, my mama's sick. The average motherfucking Memphis kid that transfer back to a Tennessee school like Vanderbilt, Ole Miss, a.k.a. Ole Piss, a.k.a. Mississippi State, a.k.a. Tennessee, UP Vols. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to get on their ass too. But anyway, you give those motherfuckers a good enough excuse, God damn it, them motherfuckers will make you eligible the next year. You know what I'm saying, dog? So it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I you know, off that Arizona subject, again, let me give a shout out to one of my 2 new Twitter followers. One is Jacquez Green. If anybody don't remember who Jacquez Green is, he came from that fun and gun offense that Steve Spurrier would run back down in Florida. He gave Tennessee hell, and like I said in the intro, Jacquez had a couple cups of coffee in the NFL. And now he's an offensive coordinator for Florida high school. Now, I'm gonna mention his tweet, and I'm gonna tag him later. I'm gonna tweet him and I'm send him this live feed. You guys can follow Jacquez Green if you like at Jacquez Green on Twitter. His first letter, his first name is capitalized, and the first letter, his last name is capitalized. Jacquez Green. He made a point, and it was very spot on the money what Jimmy JSmoove and what my boy Jimmy and I were talking about. And I will quote this tweet, and I quote, "Be careful, QBs, when they give you that quote-unquote dual threat label. Learn the position. Take snaps under center daily. Learn how to play action as ball handler from under center. Learn to read defenses. Understand protections. Hashtag football 101. Hold up, Jimmy. Now, I also replied that I said, and I replied to it. I said, my buddy Jimmy at Jimmy's sorry, I got tongue tied there. Jimmy's Twitter handle is at JSmoove 1984. So I stand corrected on it.
Correct.
I said my buddy JSmoove 1984 and I were talking about that the other day. When these QBs are pegged with that quote unquote dual threat tag, and they will be programmed like that. The best point of all, he said, don't teach them any progressions. Just tell them to take off. That is coming. And that tweet, what I said from the beginning, what he telling all these dual threats to do, this coming from a guy that had, and that came from a quarterback system, quarterback-friendly system. And that fun and gun system that Steve Spurrier, an old ball coach, ran, he wanted you to make your reads right then and there. Because if you didn't make your read, you heard about it on the sideline. And my boy Jimmy McWright gave him props by telling him, thank you for clarifying that up.
Are you there?
I pause it because it is something. This guy is here. Jacquez is a wide receiver, a former wide receiver that know about this shit. He basically just told the world, everybody, all these dual threats, make your reads before you just take off. Prime example about it. Sure, I don't hear the excuse about, oh, well, Jalen Hurts is 25 and 2 is a starter. I was 30 if he was 45 and 1 is a starter. How many yards he put up through his years, though, in Alabama? Yeah, his shining moment, his crowning and shining moment was under Lane Kiffin. Now he get with Brian DeBoer, he got into a comfort zone. And Jimmy, I'm going to make a good little point about it. I'm going to tell you how and this one play here proves Jacquez's point. We all know Clemson is a damn good defensive team, right or wrong. Okay?
Damn good defensive team.
Damn good, okay? They came out in the 31 personnel. Football people who tell you, well, I call it 311 personnel. I'll explain that to you. One tight end and one running back. All right? Bama came out in that. On your left side, I guess they call it the weak side. In football, strong side, whatever it is. Jalen had 2 wide receivers in single man coverage. That's something Clemson is known to be a damn good man coverage team. Okay? Clemson came out in nickel. You had a tight end, you had the white boy, whoever the tight end is. He was lined up in the block. But if he wanted to, he could have faked out with a block and release. Meaning you block a little bit, then you release from it, you run around. Calvin Ridley on this side, supposedly under man coverage, or so you think. He's supposedly under man coverage. Okay? And I think Harris is lined up in this play. Don't get me wrong, Harris and Scarborough, whichever one. Whatever the running back was, they was running a swing route. Okay. Mm-hmm. In the perfect world, if you a dual threat quarterback in a perfect football world, if you look over and see you got man coverage beat, you're gonna throw it to man coverage, right?
Yeah.
Inside slot receiver ran up, then he had an option. He ran a post route in the middle, open. The flanker receiver that was next to him, ran a stop and go, but then he improvised. He made a comeback route. Open. Tight end. Did a block. So his route was null and void. What does Jalen fucking Hurts do? He decides to throw to Calvin Ridley, who's fucking double covered. And really couldn't make the catch. The ball was deflected. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is you doing?
Exactly.
You got two receivers that basically beat the man coverage. There's common sense, people. Common sense. If you don't follow football, we tell you, not knocking you, but Jimmy and I was gonna school y'all. Ain't no way in hell you gonna common sense tell you don't throw to your wide receiver that's double covered.
Yeah.
Also, Jalen Hurts had other options too. He could have checked it on down.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he threw to his boo thing, who happens to be his roommate. He don't trust his other receivers.
The fuck? The boo thing.
That's true. Calvin Ridley is his roommate.
You shouldn't be calling
Ridley ain't gonna be open all the time, dog.
You shouldn't be calling niggas
right now, look, Ridley ain't gonna be open all the time. Ridley is not gonna be open all the motherfucking time.
Yeah.
You got two other receivers, trust them. You got a tight end, trust them. Don't get like the jackass quarterback at LSU, Danny the check down Queen Edlin and check it down all the time.
Yeah.
You got a receiver wide open in the middle of the big man coverage. You got a dude who did a flare route, faked the guy out, and they did a comeback. Again, perfect football world. Man coverage beat. You go to the two options right there. That's the point Jacquez made, young people. It's all you dual threats out there. This ain't the night. Let me tell all you dual threat quarterbacks something. And it's like I said, I couldn't think of who the and Jimmy, you and I, we talked about it too. I don't know who the black quarterback was, but he said something about he plays the way he plays, whether people like it or not, because he never had time to study. He doesn't have time to study a playbook. That'll get your ass now. If Hurts did that shit on an NFL team, like somebody like the New England Patriots, you gone. You can't do that hot dog and shit, worrying about your main source. You can't worry about that shit. So it's the problem with these dual threat quarterbacks now, and it's really all these punk ass quarterbacks in general. All the fuck they want to do is run. They'll never want to take the time to study the playbook. Don't care, man. I don't care if it's about that thick. Study the playbook. All the playbook is it's the same routes with different formations and concepts. That's all it is. I mean, if you can't do that, you don't need to be quarterbacking. You don't need to be on the center.
But here's the thing.
So go ahead.
We also need to blame the offensive coordinators as well. Because the offensive coordinator's job is to coordinate the damn offense. You know what I'm saying? So if you're the offensive coordinator, which means you see everything on the defensive side to where the quarterback can exploit the situation, or the running back or whoever on offense, part of that is the offensive coordinator's fault. You know what I'm saying? For some of these dual threat quarterbacks, or black quarterbacks, I should say, because those are the guys who mostly get that name. Dual threat is black quarterbacks. A lot of times it is the offensive coordinator's fault. And you also have to put this shit on ownership. Look at famous Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston was doing damn good in his first year at Tampa Bay. You know, he had some fuck shit games. Let's not get it twisted. But he was doing good under Lovie Smith. What ended up happening was they fired him. That doesn't help a kid.
Yeah, over the phone.
That doesn't help you, because sometimes you might have a better relationship with your head coach than you do your offensive coordinator. Yes, they hired the offensive coordinator as the head coach, But sometimes a guy is better being the offensive coordinator as opposed to being the head coach, which is why he's digressed at this point. So we have to put it on the offensive coordinator as well. Also, they don't give a lot of black quarterbacks the freedom to audible at the line of scrimmage. When they see he's uncomfortable, they'll tell him not to audible or they'll bench him. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's another issue in itself. Now, if you need to make your quarterback comfortable. When Mike Heimerdinger was the late Mike Heimerdinger, rest in peace. When the late Mike Heimerdinger came back to Tennessee to work with Vince Young, he was doing good.
Right.
Then you had Field Goal Fisher instigating beef with Vince Young. You know what I'm saying? So what ended up happening was Vince Young ended up getting benched again. But Mike Heimerdinger told Vince Young when he became the offensive coordinator again, he was like, do what you feel comfortable with, Vince. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Do what you're comfortable with. So you saw Vince Young's number go up. Not only you saw Vince Young's number go up, you saw what's the dude named Chris Johnson rush for 2,000 yards that year because people was more so worried about Vince Young getting out the pocket than they were Chris Johnson getting out the getting loose. So that helped Tennessee. It didn't take them to the playoffs, but they were so concerned with Vince Young that Chris Johnson had a good year on the ground. So,
yeah, I mean, them offenses there. I mean, I'm gonna tell you one thing that Mike Heimerdinger did do with Steve McNair. He let Steve be Steve. And to me, that really was Jeff Fisher's best offensive coordinator under his employ.
Oh yeah.
But when he let that man go, that was the end of him. That was the end of Jeff Fisher right then and there. You want to fucking hire Norm Chow.
Oh yeah.
To implement the read option. Excuse me, y'all. To implement the read option and all that stuff. Come on, man. No. Man, what happened to this man? Jimmy. Oh boy. Something happened.
I'm right back, dog.
Bro.
I took some vitamins, so that got me running to the restroom, brother. But yeah, man. But yeah, Norm Chow was more of a college coach, fucking offensive coordinator in the NFL. So that was the beginning of the end for Jeff Fisher right there, aka Field Goal Fisher.
Who don't need a job.
AKA Left Fisher, because his field goal kickers is always kicking it in the left hash and missing field goals. You know what I'm saying? So field goal Fisher destroyed Vince Young's career. And I think had he got patient with Vince Young, we can say what the fuck we want in terms of Vince Young being immature and all that shit.
Yeah.
Miss me with that bullshit because he was instigating the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And you keep on putting Kerry Collins in over a young, fresh, hungry line type quarterback. Miss me with the bullshit, dude. What Kerry Collins gonna do? Kerry Greasy Collins, because he always fumbling the goddamn ball. Collins. What Kerry Collins was gonna do? He was at the end of his career. His best years was at they made it to the championship game in fucking the New York Giants, aka the New York's crown. they got the crown when they got their ass whooped by the Baltimore Ravens. What the fuck Kerry Greasy Collins was gonna do for that team? You had to put in Dusty Smith, Dusty Smith, who wasn't shit, who played for a Florida Atlantic team that wasn't shit. So what the hell? Jeff Fisher destroyed that team. He should have got fired the minute he benched Vince Young. He should have gotten fired. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing was, the late Bud Adams liked Vince Young.
Yeah.
Jeff Fisher didn't like Vince Young. Bud Adams was a Texas guy, so was Vince Young. So that was the ideal person to replace Steve McNair. And then what really fucked them off was Steve McNair out from the practice facility. First of all,
bro, man, he should have got fired right then and there, man.
Here's the thing.
Man,
Here's the thing. Needed Steve McNair as his mentor. He needed that kid, that guy, because when got killed up at Rutledge Hill, Nashville, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Was the end of Vince Young in the NFL. He really needed him to mentor him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get on Steve McNair's personal life because that ain't in my place to get on him. Because, it's a lot of hoish men out here, but that's not my business.
Yeah.
But Steve McNair he needed Steve McNair to mentor him into the NFL. Sometimes that mentors the quarterback. Sometimes you need another player to mentor you. Just like Steve Young. Steve Young came from Tampa Bay. Had some bad years at Tampa Bay, got replaced by Vinny Testaverde, and then he ended up in San Francisco. And he stayed quite a while at San Francisco with Joe Montana as a backup of Joe Montana. He needed Joe Montana. Steve Young needed Joe Montana. You know what I'm saying? Because without Joe Montana, he probably wouldn't have lasted in the NFL. If he had went to any other team, he probably would have been garbage. Steve Young being mentored by Joe Montana, the great Joe Montana, who I still consider the greatest quarterback of all time. Last time I checked, he was 4-0 in the Super Bowl. Tom Brady ain't 4-0 in the Super Bowl, so fuck Tom Brady. But anyway, back to my talking point. Joe Montana guided.
1-0. So
yeah, so Joe Montana guided Steve Young during those years, so he could become a better quarterback. It wasn't George Seifert that guided Steve Young. It was Joe Montana that guided Steve Young. He saw how Joe Montana became the leader of that team. It was one time in the Super Bowl, and I've heard this through the grapevine. Joe Montana, when he scored the game-winning touchdown against Cincinnati in the 1989 Super Bowl, he told his offensive line, his wide receivers in the huddle, do everything I tell you to do. We gonna win this Super Bowl. Do everything I tell you to do, and we gonna win this Super Bowl. And he drove down the field, drove the San Francisco 49ers down the field, and to win that 1989 Super Bowl over the Cincinnati Bengals, a.k.a. the Cincinnati Strangles. The Strangles.
This man here.
So
damn, this man got all kind of names for everybody. The Cincinnati Strangles, the New York Cryings. Well, I can't say shit because I have names for everybody my damn self.
Yeah. So the Cincinnati.
I have names for everybody my goddamn self.
So my point is
Tom Shady and everybody else, man. But
the New England Patriots,
and that shit you said, the fan is shitty Chiefs or some shit. I'm like, what the? Fuck this shit?
The fans is shitty Chiefs. Yeah, that's right. The fans is shitty Chiefs. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
and this they 6th straight playoff loss. And you want to know something? And I said in the intro. You want to know when the last time Kansas City won a playoff game?
At home. We talking about at home, not because they won a playoff game
at home.
Yeah, at home. Yeah,
at home. When Joe Montana was a quarterback.
Number 19.
94.
Number 19. When Montana was number 19.
Like, man, there's some shit here. I'm telling you. Shit. But yeah, man. All right. What's your thoughts on the 2 games this past last Monday? First, what was your take on Georgia Oklahoma.
Well,
what was your takeaway from that?
Down South Georgia boys, turned Oklahoma into Choklahoma again. You know what I'm saying? As usual, they choke when it matters most. That's why I call them the Choklahoma Sooners, because they choke sooner than expected. So Georgia had a great running game. And not only that, they did a great job. They didn't let up. They didn't pussyfoot around. They were pussyfoot in the first half, but then the second half they woke their ass up and had a monstrous running game. And dude took it home in overtime. So with Choklahoma, like dude said, you need to humble yourself, Choklahoma. With Alabama, I didn't really watch that game, but the defense came through for Alabama. Looking at the score, a team scored 6 points. That's strictly a defensive game.
Yeah, I was very impressed with that. Because maybe kind of wonder, okay, where was the game plan there for last year though? Maybe it was a different quarterback, or Saban probably just changed shit in the game or something. But my takeaway, I didn't watch much of it either, because like I said, defensively, I gotta say, Bama, they did a very good job defensively. They didn't let Clemson, they didn't let they didn't even allow Kelly Bryant to get those check down routes. But they're bad about not putting that spy assignment on somebody, because 9 times out of 10 Clemson's gonna fucking run that ball. The quarterback gonna run that ball and he ain't got nobody open. See, that's what killed Alabama last year. But defensively, I give it to them. They did good. But like I said, offensively, I got my issues with them about that. They got a lot of work to do in off season as far as offense goes. Now, I will say, as far as Clemson going off season, don't count them out. They'll be back. Brent Venables ain't going nowhere.
Because they recruit well.
Because they got a good, recruit thing coming in. Brent Venables is not going anywhere from what he says, because I think he enjoys what he loves what he does. So, and to me, he's really one of the best defensive coordinators there is, bar none. Sorry, Jerry Pruitt. I mean, is the best. I mean, so, and I think, and see, but the one takeaway I did get from that is, as shady as his play calling is, he did expose Brent a little bit with that play I talked about with the man coverage that Jalen Hurts didn't take advantage of.
Jalen Butthurts.
Yeah. So my opinion, my takeaway, I was expecting a close game between Bama and Clemson, but when Bama pulled off and did what they did, I was impressed. Now, Georgia and Oklahoma, I did watch most of that. I had to turn it off because Georgia was pissing me off on some instances. Like, they were making Baker Mayfield, Georgia's secondary is making fucking Baker Mayfield look good, which they didn't have no fucking business doing. And really their defensive front, their defensive line, their front seven, they never took advantage of the weakness of Oklahoma's offensive line. And I'm trying to figure out how the fuck you got one of the best run defenses in the SEC and you let their running back run for 201 yards and 2 touchdowns in your ass. Come on.
I agree.
But you needed 54 points to beat Oklahoma. Y'all had Oklahoma beat. There should have been no way y'all needed double overtime and 54 points to beat Oklahoma. That game should have been a blowout.
Sometimes you got to wake up you should have woke up. Sometimes the team got to wake up, and it was clear that they wasn't clearly awoken. And of course they should. I said Georgia should have blew their asses out, but we know that going into the game, Oklahoma only lost 7 games versus the SEC, so they have a winning record over the SEC, which only a handful of teams have a winning record against SEC teams.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't have a winning record for the hell of having a winning record against the SEC and not be good over time. And we're talking about a team that's won 9 or 8 national championships throughout their tenure. You know what I'm saying? So they just had to wake up. That was the thing. They needed to wake up, and it was important for them to wake up.
I was talking to my dog, man.
Yeah.
But man, here you go. Yeah, man. But yeah, I was damn my bad. I was disappointed with how they were in the first half, but when they started picking it up in the second, I mean, and then you also got to look what Lincoln Riley been doing too now. So he did some little questionable play calling that Georgia took advantage of. I was like, yeah, okay. He really took advantage of some play calling. Like what was it? That fourth and it was something they called. They went for it on fourth down, and he fucking called a damn. He tried to pull a Scott Frost, but he failed. Okay, so I mean, I was like, well, they know that wasn't gonna happen. But Georgia, yeah, I gotta give it to them, man. Georgia, they did wake up. And like I said, it shouldn't have took no damn 2 overtimes to put Oklahoma away. They just really made bait. And to me, I guess they did it for the ratings. Because, Oklahoma is ESPN's boot thing and shit like that. I think what really was all about for the ratings. They didn't want no blowout. Wait.
I think so, too.
That game should
I think so,
too. Should have been put the fuck away. Georgia should have came out with their fucking heads on their neck instead of in their ass, acting like they forget what they finna do. Because really, when I think about it, Alabama be the same way sometimes. So I guess that's the MO with some of these SEC teams. They let some of these other teams intimidate, and they start to fucking wake up. So, which leads us to the. Oh, and on another note, I said on the sports thing, Matt Canada may or may no longer be the LSU offensive coordinator. About the bones out for that. What really was the tipping point was he called out Orgeron too when he said something, and I quote, I'm getting paid all this money to coordinate the offense, and I have a guy whose only expertise is defense, want to micromanage my offense that I call. He said, look at the Troy game, for example. I was like, oh shit, okay. No, and if you looked at LSU against Notre Dame, and then what was that, the Citrus Bowl? What was that, the Citrus Bowl they played in? You notice Orgeron gave Matt Canada a couple of fuck you twos in that game. Like, for example, 4th and 1, LSU could have went on ahead and went for it by running the ball in. They would have won the game. They would have went up, would have made defensive stop. They still would have won the game. But Orgeron opted for a field goal. Then look what happened. With Notre Dame. Notre Dame scored on a 55-yard touchdown.
Right.
That was more of a FU. Ed Orgeron's FU to Matt Canada. And then plus, Danny Etling delivered a couple of them too. Like, again, had some players that were wide open. Etling, one of my coworkers called Danny Etling the check down Charlie. Because he stayed throwing the check down routes all the time when he had guys wide open. He stayed throwing in the check down routes, and it was all. And normally, most times when you check it down, it ends up as loss of yards. High risk, it's really more high risk than it is high reward. So, hopefully LSU can get their shit together, man, and
get their shit together. Right now.
But wait a minute, but I know your feelings about Ed Orgeron. Now, here the fucked up part about it though. They went ahead and signed that defensive coordinator, rightfully so. He deserved his money. Dave Aranda is a good coordinator. He's damn good, man. But
Ed Orgeron will fuck up a damn orgasm. That's how bad of a coach he is. That's the way I see it. The only reason why Ed Orgeron is lasting the way he lasted is because he's at LSU, and LSU recruits itself. LSU got Southern Mississippi. He got it got the whole state of Louisiana. That goes without saying. Then you got the South Texas region. So LSU is gonna recruit itself. They have enough talent to recruit itself. So he's gonna win just off LSU being able to recruit itself. But the motherfucker can't coach worth a damn. He can't coach worth a damn, man. Troy State said it all. Him losing to Troy State indicated where the hell LSU gonna go. LSU should have invested some money and got a real fucking head coach. Ed Orgeron, great recruiter. I'm not gonna take that away from him. This dude had recruited 4 straight top 20, top 15, top 10 recruiting classes at Ole Miss. He was getting motherfuckers that Alabama typically would get. But the nigga couldn't win with these motherfuckers. He couldn't win with these motherfuckers. So Ed Orgeron gonna be up out of there. Just watch and see. That motherfucker can't coach. He's a good recruiter. If you need a recruiting coordinator, you can always go to Ed Orgeron. But other than being a head coach, he should stop being a head coach. He should give up his job right now, the way I feel.
You know, from what to my understanding, he's been a pretty good position coach because his expertise is defense, like the defensive line and stuff. And somewhere, wherever he went, like his defensive lines, like for example, like in USC, I mean, who was able to fuck with them? Shit, I mean, he had a little brief cup of coffee in the NFL, but I know when he was at USC, couldn't nobody, man, you weren't able to break no big running yards on that defensive line at USC. But Orgeron, like you said, he's a good recruiter, and he's suited to be more as being an assistant. If he want to be a defensive coordinator, need be maybe, but position coach, because all the defense. Think about it. Everywhere he went, he coached defensive line, and the defensive lines that he had, teams couldn't be able to get no. Even none of their top running backs was able to get no 100 yards on them, man. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm saying this. I'm playing devil's advocate here. I want Ed to succeed. But there's also some shades of when he was at Ole Miss. He was all about himself. So I mean, if you got a top paying offensive coordinator that the school went out their money for, let that man do his job. Let him do his job, and then you go about your business. That's all you got to do. You just be the head coach. I mean, now you can get your input, what you might think they can run, and then with you being defensive, you can find weakness in defensive line and stuff like that. If that opposing team is not using the right technique, 6 tech, 3 technique, 4, whatever, all that other numerical technique they use. But you can get your input in on that and say, well, hey, let's run some little counters. Let's hit that 6. This guy here, his technique's a little off. Let's run some counters, some counter leads, or some little couple of read options here and there, or something like that. So just something like that. Don't go behind your offensive coordinator's playbook, his game plan, and micromanage shit. So, I mean, that's really is a coaching no-no. And coaches got that shit bad.
Oh, yeah, man. Fucking Ed Orgeron had some damn good talent, including Brett Schaefer at Ole Miss, because he fucked off Brett Schaefer. I'm going to tell you why. Brett Schaefer could have easily been the starting quarterback at Tennessee. Had Eric Ainge not been there, he would have easily been the starting quarterback at Tennessee. And he was playing well at Tennessee. He came to Ole Miss and played like shit because, like you say, he did not let the offensive coordinator do his fucking job. You know what I'm saying? And, Brett Schaefer was fast. He was not only fast, he was a good thrower. But the thing is, when you have a shitty-ass offensive coordinator or somebody that's putting a crutch over your quarterback,
right,
or barricading the quarterback, your quarterback gonna look like shit. Especially if you don't have the right system in place or the right play calling in place. Those are the two things that will fuck a quarterback up or fuck a team up every fucking time. So
yeah,
Ed Orgeron either. I don't trust him being at LSU. Maybe I'm wrong, but the way I see it, with the teams he had at Ole Miss, dude could have did some shit with Ole Miss. All those top level recruiting classes that he have. Come on, dude, be for real. I just don't see him doing anything with that shit. With the team down at LSU. They may get some good recruiting classes coming in and out, but guess what? What are you gonna do with them? You got Alabama in the same conference when, you know what I'm saying, or I should say stress miles, as I call them. I got a name for every goddamn body. Stress miles, because he was stressed out a mile away. You know what I'm saying? At least Stress Miles could compete with Alabama every year. A lot of times LSU, when Alabama had its run for those national titles, when Auburn had their run for their national titles, the only teams they would lose to would be Alabama and Auburn. Those were the only teams they typically lost to. Every once in a while, they lost to Mississippi State. Every once in a while. But for the most part, when Les Miles was the head coach, he would either lose to Alabama or Auburn, or end up beating them both a lot of times. So with Ed Orgeron, he's not even competing with fucking Alabama no more. He's not even competing with them. So I don't see him doing shit over there. And you know the funny thing too, by the way, did you know LSU had more wins against Alabama at home than any other team in history?
Yep.
Matter of fact, and the crazy thing is, Alabama has more wins in Baton Rouge than anybody at LSU who played LSU. They have more wins in Tuscaloosa / Birmingham than any other team in history. So it's crazy though, because for a long time LSU had went 30 plus years without winning a game at home versus Alabama, and the vice versa. It was the most craziest road teams ever, historically speaking. So it was crazy, dude. So
yeah, I mean, but that like I said, again, Jacquez Green, man, and something I may see if he's interested in doing a live stream with me. If he's interested, but
yeah.
But also with your reply to that comment, and I have one on the Twitter, you was telling him, and you said, and I quote, "Thanks for confirming everything I've been saying since
14.
I-14, brother, and thanks." I mean, you told me thanks for bringing this up. Now, one guy whose Twitter handle is Jenny only wanted Forrest when she had him, something like that. He replied to my response about Jalen Hurts, and he said Jalen is an example of what changing different coordinators will do. He played he played better under Lane. Now, yeah, that is true. And yeah, well, Lane going to go back to the drawing board because fuck, Killer Bryant, his two best coordinators gone back to Texas. So, oh shit. So,
but you know what? Lane Kiffin. I can't call him Lane Kiffin no more.
You can't call him Lane.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin can coordinate the offense himself and get a higher
defense. If he wants to.
Yeah, he can. Because some head coaches do that. They coordinate the offense, or they'll coordinate the defensive side of the ball. He
coordinates his own offense.
Yeah, so I think Lane Kiffin is going to be just fine. He's at Florida Atlantic, right? Yeah, he's at Florida. Because I always get those two schools mixed up, Florida Atlantic and Florida International. I always get those two schools mixed up. One is in Miami and one is in another city, from what I understand. But I digress. I think Lane Kiffin is going to be just fine because it's not that much pressure over there to win in Florida
Right.
Atlantic. It's not that much pressure. So all he got to do is recruit the leftovers in Florida that most Florida Atlantic coaches doing. Recruit those leftovers. Get a few down South Georgia boys in South Georgia. You'll be just fine. They just won the Conference USA Championship. So it's not a lot of pressure on Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin needs to stay there 5, 6, 7 years before he goes anywhere else. Build your resume. Do what Frank Solich is doing over there at Ohio University. Build your resume. And then if you're going to get a coaching call, you get a coaching call. If not, you're going to stay where you're at. So Lane Kiffin got a good thing going on at Florida Atlantic. You know what I'm saying? If you can get you a top kid in Florida who's going through hell with other big name schools, get them.
Mm-hmm.
Get them. Because every once in a while you'll get a kid out of the SEC or Tennessee or Florida that's acting a damn fool. End up having a transfer. That's just fine. Another thing he could do, recruit your JUCO transfers. That's a good way to win at a mid-major school like that.
Right.
JUCO transfers from big name schools, because those kids that go to big name schools, they got experience. So when you get that popping and dropping, then you can build a program. That's how Boise State, how TCU, who is now in the Big 12, built their program. They built their programs off leftover recruits and junior college transfers and stuff like that. Boise State did the same thing. Utah did the same thing, which is why they were able to start beating BYU year in and year out. And the thing is, BYU really don't want to play Utah no more because that's an automatic loss on their record. That's why they went a minute without playing them for a minute, because that was an automatic loss for them. Because you got to think about it. Historically speaking, even though BYU has his, over the last 40 years under Lavelle Edwards, had a historically great football team, those Utah teams was kicking their ass for a long time. And then Lavelle Edwards came along, and they were still getting their ass kicked by those Utah teams, because Utah was able to recruit in California, and they was able to recruit guys in Texas. Shout out to the Johnson. I can't even think of him off the top of my head. He's an offensive coordinator for
Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnson is from Houston, Texas. He's from Baytown. Yeah, I'm about to miss it off the top of my head. He's from Baytown,
Well,
Texas.
I think they well, he's down enough. He's with Dan Mullen right now.
Yeah.
So, because that, I think that's good for him. I mean, he avoided the NFL, because I think you said when he graduated from Utah, he went straight into coaching. I mean, because dude was like 20. He wasn't even 21 yet when he graduated into coaching. So I mean, to me, that's pretty good. You're not even 30. You're not even out your 20s yet, and you starting coaching. To me, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
so
yeah,
Brian, and when you look at all these coaches back in the day, man, I mean, like, and seeing some of these, some of them, you think they still just kind of respect the game and stuff like that. I was watching some old stuff, the 1997 Washington State Cougars offense. One back system dude that was just lights out, smash mouth, like I don't know what. So, and because it was ran by Mike Price, and then Dennis Erickson. I apologize, Eric. Dennis Erickson. His one back philosophy playbooks is all over the internet. I'll send you guys a link to that on the Sport Talk group. Here's some pretty informative stuff in there, man, because he has, I think because he evolved his playbook, because like he had 5. Was one point his formation playbook went from 5 formations to 8, and he would run different concepts out of all those 8 formations.
Yeah.
Like if he come out with one formation, Go all the way to the eighth formation in the playbook with them and run the same play. So, I mean, Eric Dennis Erickson is pretty smart, man. But I mean, I don't know what his problem was when he, with the NFL when he couldn't make it in the NFL and then he came back to college. He had got Oregon State back the way they were supposed to be going, and then after that, he had a couple of down years, and then got fired. And then 2 rough patches, and he got fired. So, I mean, Erickson, he's a good coach. I mean, I think really he's a good coordinator, and them one back offenses, man, in the past, like I said, like with Mike Price, and Dennis Erickson, they were to name a few. They were pretty good. They were, real high octane, basic. Ain't none of that other run the mill stuff like John Gruden runs the one back West Coast offense system. Jimmy, you didn't hear these guys telling their quarterbacks to call plays like 22 lane zipper scat X over YZQ jet flank sweep go on route ready break.
Yeah.
Tries all this shit when you get to the hub. That stuff like that, you can be able to memorize, man. If I tell you, okay, Jim, Brown right 22 Z hook. That's it. Just saying some example. I don't know if that's an actual play, but it is. Hey, and give me credit. It's just something simple. Right. That's it. But like I said, big shout out to Jacquez, man, for bringing that point up to light about the dual threats. And see, it's nothing but a label. That's all it is. And here's something here. I'm not spouting no racism, but see, here's something to think about. Well, it's more of a stereotype. Not a racist stereotype, but it's a stereotype in general. Why is they always peg black quarterbacks as dual threats? What, Johnny Manziel, white? He was a dual threat himself, man.
I agree. Totally agree.
Johnny Red defenses. Motherfucker 5'8" walk around wearing a size 12 shoe. He red defenses, then he can run. When shit knew about that fan, he can run. I mean, when he started fucking with the alcohol and all the other shit, Johnny in his freshman year, he was on fire, man. I mean, the way he tore Alabama's ass up in that first game, when they first played, when they first got in the SEC, I was like, damn. Never lost his poise, never lost his cool. He destroyed him. I mean, because, Johnny Manziel is a dual threat. And you're talking about like with dual threat quarterbacks, you see, but then you made something about history of the black quarterback on one of your live shows, and I brought up the point about Steve McNair. There's a cat by the name of George Telefero who played for the Giants back in the 1920s. Triple-double in the NFL game. But it ain't in the record book. 200 yards passing, 200 yards rushing, 200 yards receiving.
Yeah.
Look it up. Google it. Yeah. Look it up. History of the black quarterback people. Look it up.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, man, but with this BCS championship game, man, it's going to be the last topic of the night because I got to, do some little running here, let the dog out and stuff out and shit. Play.
Yeah, I gotta upload. Yeah, I gotta upload a conversation after this, but I think Alabama's gonna kick Georgia's ass because first of all they play. This is basically an SEC. What should have been the SEC championship game. Let's just keep it 1,010. Georgia versus Alabama should have been the SEC championship game, but fucking Alabama stunk it up. And now you got all types of controversy. Other teams are going to look to SEC in terms of football. When I say in terms of football, they're going to look to shut them out in terms of them getting in the college football championship game. So I think it was unfair for other teams to not be able to play for the college national championship.
Right.
And the thing is, my take is, and I'm not hating on Alabama, but fair is fair. But I'm telling y'all, right, your Alabama fans right now, y'all gonna win the championship. Just get your champagne bottles out, your Grey Goose, like I did on my stream yesterday. You know what I'm saying? The Grey Goose stream. Get all your alcoholic beverages. Make sure you call in Tuesday, by the way. You know, because you're gonna be drunk after this. But what I'm about to say is this: if we're gonna honor conference champions, honor them. Don't sit up there and make no bullshit excuse. Well, Alabama played a tougher strength of schedule, which was true, but they ass lost at the most inopportune time of the year, the last game of the season.
Well, you gotta credit the two roommates, the two credit. I like Alabama, but I'm gonna call Hurts and Ridley for what they are. You gotta credit Abbott and Costello for pulling some fuckboy shit off in that game. And you know, here's something that's very ironic. Georgia got their ass whooped by Auburn when they were number 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bama got their ass whooped by Auburn when they were number 1, right?
Correct.
Who's sitting at home at the house?
Auburn.
Because they were trying their best to keep Scott Frost. Because they were trying their best. And big shout out to Scott Frost, man. You went out in style. Okay, you went out in style. Auburn was trying their best to keep him from leaving Central Florida undefeated. So Josh Heupel, he got a lot of shoes to fill. So, but I think okay, but what you think the score gonna be? You said you got Bama. What you think the score gonna be?
Shit, son. I think that shit gonna be like in the 30s or 40s, possibly. I think they're gonna beat them no less than 14 points. I'll give them about a 22 point, 21. I'll put the points up by 22. If it's a close game, that's because it'll be because of Jalen butt hurts. Excuse me.
Well, I agree with you there, man. I got Alabama. It's gonna be here's something that you forgot: the physicality. Man, we gonna see a dog fight. But Bama gonna pull away. 10.
Here's the thing, though, man. Alabama can stop the run game. That's the strength of their team. You know, the problem with Alabama.
Georgia can too.
Yeah, but the problem has been the play action passing with their secondary, because Alabama has had a suspect secondary. Not all the way, but their secondary has been suspect at times. You know, they played well, but the play action passing have been their weakness the whole year. So we'll see. We'll see. But I think Alabama, the defensive coordinator for Alabama, Jeremy Pruitt, in his last game, he's gonna coach them boys' ass off. He want to go out on a big note. That's the way I see it.
Yep. Georgia's defense the same way. Well, their secondary is a suspect, but I think their linebacker core is. Nobody don't talk about that. Their linebacker core is because when Mark Richt was there, he always had some heavy hitters on linebacker. He always had a heavy hitting line. Whether he was running a 4-3 or a 3-4 or the 4-2-5 or whatever it is. But whereas Bama is suspect on the on what's called with the secondary, Georgia is suspect on the linebacker core. Keep talking.
Oh, most definitely. But I think Alabama has the talent to hide certain flaws in their game. That's how good Alabama is. They've had the number 1 recruiting class for I don't know. It's been so many fucking years I done lost count, dude. I'm getting old up in this motherfucker. I know I'm young, but I'm getting old. But they got enough talent to supplement their flaws.
Right.
So I think Alabama's gonna beat them folks, man. And currently, Alabama's number 8 in Rivals.com 2018 football recruiting class. Georgia is currently number 1. Ohio State's number 2. Texas 3. Penn State. Number 4. Miami. Oklahoma. Notre Dame. Then Alabama's number 8. Auburn's number 9. And to round out the top 10 would be LSU. Also, Tennessee's recruiting class, since Jeremy Pruitt became the head coach, they're currently number 15. So if they can maintain that recruiting class, I should expect big things from Tennessee. And we're looking to compete with y'all again, but right now, I got to see how Jeremy Pruitt operates before I get too excited.
He hasn't hired his offensive coordinator yet, but he need to just go and pull the trigger and just hire Hugh Freeze to coordinate the offense.
You ain't shit. Goddamn. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. Alleged pedophile fucking Hugh Freeze, and I say alleged for legal purposes. I'm not saying he is. You know, I've heard some things. I'm gonna just put it out there. I've heard some things from a good source, and I'm not gonna put her name out there. But alleged pedophile Hugh Freeze, come on now, man. Come on, man. I don't think anybody's gonna hire him after hearing what he allegedly did at Briarcrest. And I'm saying allegedly for legal purposes now. You know.
I ain't heard nothing. I'm put it like that.
I'm just saying allegedly. You know, even though it does look suspect what he did, it's suspect.
I ain't heard.
We're just. You know what I told you. Well, you know what I told you. So, but I'm saying that for legal purposes because he might. You know, it ain't what happened, is what you can prove. So, you know, so I'm saying that for legal purposes. So, man, my boy done went out real quick, man. I don't know what he's doing. I think that dog and got loose on him again. So, that dog.
No, I'm back. No, I had to keep an eye on because he was chewing on my new little gym shoes recently. Well, they're a year old, but they haven't hardly worn. He was chewing on my gym shoes. I'm back, y'all. I got a little pit, man. Yeah, pit mix with lab.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So he a handful. He smart. He a handful though.
Yeah, but Hugh Freeze will make a good offensive coordinator for those guys, definitely. But he's gonna have to change the quarterback. And the thing about his system is more so meant for a dual threat quarterback. Hugh Freeze's system is meant for a dual threat quarterback. So
it's quarterback friendly, you know.
Yeah, so he needs to consider if he's going to be the offensive coordinator, barring legal proceedings that he may have.
Right.
Good hire. But it is what it is, though. But if hopefully he can get that resolved. Hopefully.
Right.
But if he did,
it make the coordinator somewhere because I get on called Utopia Sports. Had to refresh their
yeah.
Y'all get that link I saw sports blog, you know, blogspot.com. You know, that's a little helpful little source of information for you know, those in training that want to learn route concepts, or football fan want to know what all the concepts run, these coaches run and stuff. So blogspot.com. Mike Leach got some interesting shit in his section. So
yeah. And speaking of which, the CFL is looking to hire Johnny Manziel as a quarterback for the Tiger Cats, CFL's Tiger Cats.
That'd be a good fit because hell, look, Jeremiah Masoli, he's playing comes to the Tiger Cats. So,
and New Orleans is currently leading 24-19. The game is getting closer. The game is actually getting closer than it should be. So we'll see what's going to happen. at this point.
There's this little old picture going around of Derek Dooley in a wheelchair with the Tennessee Vols. I don't know what the fuck happened there. I'm looking here.
What the
episode. Ted Roof, Georgia Tech for North Carolina State to take the defensive coordinator position. His defensive coordinator, Nate Woody, is his replacement.
Wow. Yeah, but
oh wow. Funny tweet of the day, Jimmy. Courtesy from ESPNU Radio on Sirius XM. At coach, well, let's give him the respect is due, but we all know what you call him. Butch Jones told us that he's proud of where he took the program at Vol Football. Quote, as you get ready for the next journey, you learn from some things and you get ready to move on and get the itch. So this one person said, welcome to UA. Don't get me too, Broyer.
Bitch Jones. Our boy Bitch Jones. Mm-hmm. And he took a job at Knoxville Catholic.
Well, I'm finna see this. I'm pulling up this picture of him right now. Browsers, Google Chrome, and regular Internet Explorer. Yeah. But let me see what he's talking about here.
Yeah, Google Chrome works a lot better, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Firefox dude myself.
Yeah, that junk freezes up too much. I got both programmed to go with Windows with Internet Explorer, but I just prefer Google Chrome because it's just so convenient for me.
It's a picture of him. It was Pitch Jones at the top tweets here from Sirius XM Radio. On a debate about UCF, he said, and I quote, it's their national championship. They even let Scott Frost stay to coach the game free.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find some. I'm reading everybody some top tweets here. Said he likes Bama's chances to win tonight because you guessed it, experience. He said the head coach has got more experience in this game. The assistants have more experience in this game.
Yeah.
And he said, and here's a great quote. He said, I think we just got, Mac Brown said this, I think we got a great game for having enough to beat the master. Gotta agree.
Yeah.
Mac also said, if there's a weakness in any one of these players, it'll be exposed tomorrow night.
Yeah. Also,
nothing's guaranteed. He said nothing's guaranteed. So for the opportunity we have right now, we want to take advantage of it. Last year, man, you blew it.
Yeah. Crazy, son.
His brother plays for Georgia.
Are you there? You're going in and out, sir.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, Riley Ridley, he plays for University of Georgia. See, I'm looking at all these tweets now. I'm talking to Jake Fromm. But damn, I guess I lost talking about Butch Jones to see he was at the Sirius thing.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Trying to get the itch. But Butch is more of a good coordinator than anything, dog. I mean, he should go back home. He should go back and be with But then again, no. Because I wouldn't, because if Brian Kelly would have stepped down, I wouldn't trust the keys. I wouldn't give Bush Jones the house keys to that program.
Ah!
No. But before, and I say it again, you know, big shout out by the way to the guy, the fellow Madden player. He also used to play NCAA games. NY_Kia31. So YouTube him, check out his page. He has comprehensive breakdowns of plays and all of the stuff. I got in one little comment I made about him. He broke something down. He said that this bowl season wasn't as exciting as it was last year. I gotta agree.
Right.
He said some of the games were good. He said like the Alamo Bowl, the Alamo Bowl and all this stuff. Hey, and he said to me, the best game he saw from the mid-major bowls before we get into the big ones was Arizona Purdue. And what's his name? Jeff Brom, who's now coach of Purdue. He's got something good on his hands, man. So I'm gonna say, and I'm not gonna pull no ESPN here. By the way, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Other reasons. I say, give Brom got a winner with Purdue. I mean, but give him another year. If they win eight or 9 games this next year, I ain't gonna put them as a viable threat to the Big Ten.
Okay.
They'll be consistent winning. I'll give them several more years to win the Big Ten. They ain't gonna give them the level where when Drew Brees had them. No.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
But it'll be a while till they get back to that Drew Brees level when these dudes is winning 12 and 11 games with him on the center, and then when he left, they just went to total shit. So, and you give Purdue time on that, but
yeah.
Yep. But other than that, y'all, we're gonna end this first ever episode on here. Jimmy was a little bit late on it. Episode 2, I haven't decided, but I'm thinking about I might, I may surprise some of y'all with episode 2 because that's a toss up. But maybe it depends on my Facebook viewers because I'm sharing my link on here. What do they wish for me to talk about? Because I've had several requests from my family members talking. They want me to shed some light on the Smith brothers. I'm talking about my father, my late father, and his late brother, my Uncle Wesley. Because he has some pretty brief and probably share some good stuff. If I were to talk about them, I would talk about how 2 brothers managed to settle beef when I came to the picture. And just say, one man changed and the other man, he didn't for a man. Let's put it like that. Mm-hmm. But probably on the next show, Jimmy and I we will give, not episode 2, it'll probably be another episode. We'll give all of the thoughts. It'll probably be let's draw on something extra. That's what's going to be on the Let's Draw on Something Extra. Jimmy and I will talk about the national championship game and our thoughts on shit and anything, whatever Jimmy want to talk about. But man, matter of fact, championship game, and I'm gonna talk about some things that I've learned about folks here in Alabama. Mainly here in Huntsville. Because believe you me, there's some good people here, but there's also some weird motherfuckers down here. Excuse me, I'm just being honest. There's some weird ass people down here. I'm just being real, man.
My dude, you in a country ass state. What the hell you expect? Alabama. You're in a country ass state, dude. So you're
all the shit, all the stuff that I see here, man, is it's a good place where you want to retire, but I'm gonna give my little insight because I'm gonna do some research. As a matter of fact, that episode of the Let's Draw on Something Extra will be Friday. Probably Friday around about this time or so. I'm probably gonna say about 5-ish or so. So I'm gonna do that. We're gonna do that little extra on Friday, and episode 2 I'm undecided on that, but I'm gonna ask some of my Facebook friends what they want me to talk about. So
Okay.
But other than that, man, Jimmy, great show, brother. Like I said, it was late. And like I said, we put some little shout out plugs out there. Once again, big, get some shout outs to Beverly Finley from Finley Accounting and Tax Services. Hit her up if you need some taxes done. That's my road dog. That's my girl. Intro. Hey, the old saying about fine wine gets better with age. It's immortal. I saw her yesterday when I was spending time with my mom on her birthday. Immortalic beauty. Also, big shout out to my boy Greg Parker. Also, shouts out to Jacquez Green. How's Coach Green? Coach Green, get shout out to him. And also, I got a new Twitter follower. We put her up. She is the mother of the Kansas freshman star. If my Twitter hurry the fucks up and just pull the F up, thank you very much. Nicole Player. And her Twitter handle is BartenderChick78. She is the mother of a Kansas freshman who has not played yet amid some little fuckboy controversy, Billy Preston. So yeah, she's following me on Twitter now. So big shout out to her. And I just hope that little fuckboy shit that they put in Kansas with him, they quit it. And I just hope he don't hurry up and quickly go to the NBA route. This dude need to play. I've seen little highlights of him. So this dude need to play. And circumstances going on with him and some little bullshit about a little car accident he was in. So, like I said, it's some fuckboy shit with that. So, other than that, once again, this big shout out to my guest, Jimmy McWright, who's representing the 832. Y'all know how I do. And some of y'all might not know some of y'all might not have the slightest clue. Anything you want to end this off here, brother?
Man, I'm just honored to be on the show, man. And like I said, man, go subscribe to me at the Jimmy JSmoove Network. If you're a first time listener of Craig Jericho's page, subscribe to him as well. If you're listening as well, smash the like button and subscribe to him, man.
Yeah, we had one person like this video. I don't know who did that, but I mean, it's a start. So other than that, that's Jimmy JSmoove at 832. Y'all know how to do, and some of y'all still don't have the slightest clue. Once again, let's draw on something. This is Craig Smith, born and raised in 773, moved to the 901, and now I'm suffering, and I'm miserably suffering here in 256. Holla at y'all on the Let's Draw on Something Extra this coming Friday.
All right.
Peace out.